From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. Right now you're taking a live, beautiful look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Yes, there is sunshine out there, but you can see more clouds as opposed to the sky coverage that we've had over the past couple days, and we're going to have more of that, clouds building throughout the day, but warmth also building. Now for right now, 30s and 40s for lower elevations. We're in the 30s and 40s also for higher elevations, so you'll need a heavier jacket for this morning. You'll probably just need a lighter jacket later this morning. No jacket necessary at lunchtime. Temperatures up into the 70s, up into the 80s at the peak of daytime heating. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We have a storm system that's rolling in. It's going to bring us strong winds and shower and thunderstorm chances for tonight. We'll turn drier and warmer for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but then our weather turns pretty unsettled again for Sunday through Tuesday. Shower and thunderstorm chances going back up, temperatures going back down. I'll tell you about all these moving parts to the forecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, it is Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, and police are sounding the alarm, not just for riders, but for kids on mini bikes. So what parents need to know about where they're allowed and how to keep everyone safe.
Plus, Real ID requirements are officially here. We'll tell you what that means for Washingtonian flyers and what to expect at the DMV.
And later, an emotional vote set to begin today as the Catholic Church decides who will take Pope Francis's place. We speak to a local bishop on what to expect in the coming days, and it's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Wednesday, May 7th, and as always, busy day.
Yep. And we're going to start off in Yakima this morning. Sunnyside police, along with the high school, responded to a student with a weapon on campus.
So the district tells us they got this report that a student had a weapon in their car. The report came in yesterday. Officials tell us that they did identify the student and they were taken into custody by officers.
After a short while, police determined there was no immediate danger to staff or any of the students, so the school was not placed on lockdown, and there's no word if the student was arrested or if they'll face any charges.
And staying in Yakima this morning, police have revealed their traffic enforcement numbers for the month of April. Take a look. Officers conducted more than 2,000 traffic stops last month, resulting in over 1,000 citations. They also made 47 DUI arrests and responded to 144 collisions across the city. Now, these stats are all a part of ongoing efforts to improve road safety.
And staying on the roadways, May is Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, and officials want both riders and drivers to stay alert. So back in 2024, Washington State Patrol investigated over 200 serious or fatal motorcycle crashes. Motorcyclists are urged to wear helmets, follow traffic laws, and to stay visible by using headlights and reflectors.
Yeah, drivers, of course, reminded to always check your blind spots, give riders the space they need, stay focused behind the wheel. Washington State Patrol also says it is important to remember that motorcyclists have the same rights on the road as any other motorists. So speaking of road safety, as we mentioned, May being Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, Pasco police are also issuing a warning as more kids are being seen riding mini bikes, also known as pocket bikes, and they're seeing this on the public streets and sidewalks.
That's right, and under state law and Pasco City Code, these vehicles are not street legal and can only be used on private property with permission. So police say riding them in public could lead to citations, they could be impounded, or it could even lead to serious injury, especially after recent close calls involving kids as young as 12.
Well, there's some big news taking off at the Tri-Cities Airport. Delta and United are expanding their services, making travel even easier for folks here in the Columbia Basin. So today, Delta Airlines will be upping its game. The airline is bringing back the larger Airbus, the A319, for its daily nonstop flight to Minneapolis-St. Paul. And that means more seats and more spacious rides for travelers. Delta is also adding a fourth daily flight to its Salt Lake City hub using the E-175 aircraft, offering even more flexibility and better connections across the country.
It's just showing how our market is continuing to grow. The airlines are continuing to trust our market, and the community's continuing to trust the airport. So adding that fourth flight is a great addition to our current markets.
And I can tell you firsthand that nonstop Delta flight from Tri-Cities to Salt Lake, It was epic when we lived there. So with these changes, the hope is to enhance passenger experience while also bringing new flyers to the gate.
Now, a major change for air travel in the U.S. is officially here. The Real ID Act deadline is today, and that means as of today, you'll need ID that is Real ID compliant. So this includes your passport to board domestic flights and also access federal facilities. Now, for those of us in Washington, you can still fly without one for now, but you can expect longer delays and more screening. Our team visited the Tri-Cities DMV in Kennewick, and walk-in appointments were full with lines stretched out the door.
Actually, I'm here to get a second form of photo ID, but I happen to come on a day where it's the day before the deadline for the enhanced license, so I'm in line.
Well, you know, I need an enhanced driver's license. I'm scheduled to fly next month with my family for a vacation. And my kids just need their birth certificate, but I have to have the enhanced driver's license. My husband has a passport, so I might be left out of the family.
And the original plan was to start this in the mid-2000s, with Congress passing the act back in 2005. But since then, there have been many delays. And Real ID compliant cards are marked with a star in the top right corner. And if you have an enhanced driver's license or enhanced ID card, these are considered Real ID compliant with the flag marking instead of a star. Now, for more details and previous coverage on this, visit our website.
And staying on the topic of planes, the FBI is now offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of people involved in laser incidents on aircrafts in Washington state. So since March of 2024, aircrafts in the surrounding areas of Seattle and Spokane international airports have experienced a dramatic increase in laser incidents. Pilots have experienced a laser illuminating and tracking the cockpit of their aircraft, especially while on approach to land at the airports. The FBI believes multiple people are responsible. They don't believe that the Seattle and Spokane incidents are related. Aiming a laser pointer at an aircraft is a federal offense, and it carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. So if you have any information on these situations, you're urged to call the FBI.
Now on to a hot topic in Pasco. We're learning the city is trying to put a halt on street-side vendors. The city's attorney, community and economic development, along with the police chief, say when it comes to street vendors selling merchandise, they must comply with city code and have a license to sell. He also says per state law, when it comes to street vendors selling produce, they're exempt from needing to have a license to sell. And the police chief says their primary focus is on keeping everyone safe.
Making sure that there is the ability for people to move up and down the sidewalk without going out into the roadway being obstructed. Absent that, they can certainly stand there. That's not an area that we'd have concern from. And then private property, where they are on a business or on somebody's property and they don't want them there, regardless of what the circumstances are, we can trespass them or ask them to leave for trespass ordinances.
The city is aiming to take official action on street vendors at their May 19th City Council meeting, and we'll keep you updated on what happens. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the College of Cardinals are set to begin the process of electing the next pope today. So we'll tell you what to expect in the coming days and how one local bishop is feeling about this upcoming vote.
But first, giving you a beautiful live look outside over the Dust Devils Diamond there in Pasco. It is 8 minutes after 6, and when we come back, we will check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
It's time for the $9.99 Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. Your chance to get a great haircut at a limited time price. Save time when you check in on our app. But hurry, the sale ends soon. The Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense. Quantum Legal.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Colorado means a lot of things to a lot of people, but to us, it's home, where we've been crafting mattresses with unrivaled quality for well over 30 years. And in that time, we've never lost sight of the belief that everyone deserves a great night's sleep, which is why we're proud to introduce the budget-friendly Colorado mattress with almost 600 individually wrapped coils. And made in the USA at our very own factory. The Colorado's the perfect combination of comfort and value. The Colorado mattress, only at Denver Mattress.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
It's time for the $9.99 Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. Your chance to get a great haircut at a limited time price. Save time when you check in on our app. But hurry, the sale ends soon. The Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. Keep in mind that we are going to be warmer later today as opposed to what we felt like for yesterday. Right now, 30s and 40s in Kittitas County, 35 for Cle Elum, 40 for Ellensburg. Then in the Yakima Valley, these temperatures spanning from 37 to 45. 37 for Toppenish, 45 for Sela, 38 in Yakima. Then in the Lower Columbia Basin, 30s and 40s here as well. 38 for the Tri-Cities, 43 for Benton City, 41 for Hermiston. Then in the Blue Foothills, mid to upper 40s, 30s and 40s for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. Could maybe be a little bit frosty at this point for Cabbage Hill or Meacham. Here's your coatcast for today for the Tri-Cities. I'd say a heavy jacket for the very early morning hours, light jacket stuff later this morning, and then come time for 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's probably going to be t-shirt weather at that point, especially as we head into the afternoon. So for today, we'll have highs that'll be about 10 degrees warmer than normal for the 7th of May. That means upper 70s in the Kittitas Valley, low to mid 80s for the Yakima Valley, the Lower Columbia Basin, and the Blue Foothills. And again, clouds picking up for today, but in spite of that, our temperatures will trend warmer. And then as we head into this evening, we have a storm system that's going to come along. It's going to bring us shower and thunderstorm chances. It's going to pick up our wind gusts, especially in the Kittitas Valley. So I'll tell you about that. I'll time it out with Futurecast. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. 6:13 now, and taking you to the Vatican, where the conclave to select a new pope is underway this morning. This conclave with a record number of cardinals participating. The Roman Catholic cardinals will begin the task of electing a new pope, locking themselves away from the world until they choose the man that they hope can unite a diverse but divided global church. De La Cotera is there and has the details.
This morning, the cardinals responsible for selecting the next pope taking part in a mass at St. Peter's Basilica. From there, the 133 cardinals head to the Sistine Chapel to begin the conclave.
Seems the responsibility for the conclave falls upon you.
Some of the cardinals have reportedly watched the Hollywood movie Conclave ahead of today's proceedings. Most expect to choose a pope within 2 days.
If on Friday night the Pope is not elected, it could be that something unexpected has happened.
Inside the Sistine Chapel, tables are set with place cards for each cardinal and ballots at each seat. The cardinals will be cut off from the world, voting up to 4 times per day, twice in the morning, twice in the evening. The conclave is highly secretive, but we do know the cardinals walk down the center aisle to the chapel altar, where they cast their ballots in front of Michelangelo's Last Judgment.
Now, I have to tell you, that first ballot is so significant, because then you see who are the leaders.
Italy is the most represented country at the conclave, with 17 eligible cardinals voting, followed by the U.S. with 10. The debate among them: elect a pope with a progressive approach, similar to Francis, who lived a life of simplicity while casting no judgment towards the LGBTQ community, or choose a conservative leader more focused on traditional values. Experts say it may be hard for the Cardinals to ignore the popularity of Pope Francis.
You saw the hundreds of thousands of people out here, millions of people, such an outpouring, and that has continued. The Cardinals take note of that. That's the people's vote.
And the Cardinals will vote once later today, I believe around 11:30 Eastern time. And then they will vote up to 4 times per day after that initial vote today. And they will vote until we see white smoke from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, indicating that they've chosen a new leader for the Catholic Church. Now, a candidate must receive more than a 2/3 majority to be elected Pope. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, we will check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, giving you that live look outside from our Yakima Federal camera here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. It is 6:15 and we are back after the break.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Hi there, I'm Stacy Lee, and it's time again for the Great American Flag Swap. Bring your worn or tattered U.S. flag to Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking in Kennewick, May 20th, and swap it for a brand new Made in the USA American flag as we celebrate America.
At Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking, we take pride in honoring the American flag. As Memorial Day approaches, we remember those who have served for our country. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Join us this Memorial Day in honoring those who serve.
If you have heart failure or chronic kidney disease, Farxiga can help you keep living life, because there are places you'd like to be. Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and bacterial infection between the anus and genitals, both which may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness or swelling between the anus and genitals. Ask your doctor about Farxiga today.
Farxiga.
To keep your home cool and comfortable all summer, your air conditioner needs maintenance this spring. Vance will inspect, test, and clean your AC so it's ready for hot weather. Don't take a chance. Call Vance.
It's time to lose your generic weather app. Scan this QR code to download the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. It's the app you need from the team you trust.
The Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app, only from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Wednesday. Listen up, moms. It's I Love Mom Week on Live. Next Live, from Andor, A Star Wars Story, Benjamin Bratt, plus Jim Gaffigan.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have clouds picking up throughout the day, although I'd still say it's probably going to be mostly sunny to partly cloudy. We could have a little shower chances during the late afternoon for the Kittitas Valley or up in the Cascades. Temperatures today, in spite of the clouds increasing, they're going to be about 10 degrees warmer than normal for May 7th, so 70s and 80s for lower elevations, 50s and 60s up in the Cascades, 60s and 70s up in the Blues. Winds will be picking up for today, although they're going to be much stronger after 5 p.m., but in general, winds shifting out of the north and west, although in some microclimates they could be out of the south and west. But more on tonight's winds coming up in just a second. Then for tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely in the Cascades. It's going to be about a 10 to 20% chance of that in the valleys and basin, and about a 30 to 40% chance of that in the Bluefoot Hills and the Blue Mountains. Overnight lows down into the 30s and 40s for lower elevations, 20s and 30s up in the Cascades, 30s and 40s for the Blues. Now on to the winds for tonight, as they're really going to ramp up after 5 p.m. Again, mostly out of the north and west, gusting between 45 to 50 miles per hour for Salinas Pass in Kittitas Valley. the Kittitas Valley, that is, and that would run through 2 in the morning for tomorrow morning. Now let's show you some of these shower and thunderstorm chances with Futurecast radar, and different models are kind of giving different outputs on this, but just know I think it's probably underselling the shower and thunderstorm potential in the Cascades. Maybe it's overselling this potential for showers and thunderstorms in the Blue Foothills and Blue Mountains. But if this iteration of Futurecast is correct, that main time frame over here would be from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Then really after that, that's going to be out of our hair. And we'll continue to have dry conditions for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then more unsettled weather from Sunday through Tuesday. Thunderstorm chances will be embedded within all of that. Monday's looking like it's probably going to be the most active day, and those chances are going to coincide with a big dip in temperatures for Sunday, and then it start off next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly dry with up and down highs through Saturday, then better shower chances as we trend cooler for Sunday through Tuesday. In Yakima, keeping the forecast mostly dry through Saturday, but small shower chances return for Sunday and Monday. In Ellensburg, a small chance of a shower during the late afternoon. Winds become strong this evening, and more strong winds could be on tap to start next week. For Hermiston, mostly dry and staying fairly warm through Saturday, but cooler and wetter for Sunday and beyond. Then for Walla Walla, showers and thunderstorms possible tonight, but dry again for Thursday through Saturday. Unsettled and cooler weather looms to start next week.
Thanks, Josh. 6:21 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. People are stunned over Katy Perry's appearance at the Met Gala, but not for what you might expect. We have the details after the break.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you can save big with up to $4,900 in rebates and tax credits on a new Carrier heating and cooling system. So turn to the experts at Total Energy Management to ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
What's great about basketball? Almost everything.
What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays.
Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing, no way.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog tough.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee weather. Apple Valley News Now on your side.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest and your entertainment headlines. 4 women who worked for legendary singer Smokey Robinson have accused him of sexual assault.
Yeah, the women filed the lawsuit Tuesday in LA, accusing Robinson of sexual battery, assault, and false imprisonment, as well as gender violence. The women also say that Robinson created a hostile work environment.
Robinson's wife, Frances, also is named in the suit. The women are seeking $50 million in damages. So far, no word from the 85-year-old entertainer.
In lighter entertainment news this morning, photos of Katy Perry looking fabulous at the 2025 Met Gala have gone viral.
There's only one problem.
They aren't real.
So this is actually the second year that AI-generated images of the singer at the event have been widely shared online. So last year, they even fooled her mother.
I want to see them. Where are they? So not this time, though. Perry was with her mother during this year's Met Gala, so her alibi was rock solid. And yeah, she wasn't even at the event, not this year or last.
In fact, Perry hasn't attended the Met Gala since 2022. As for why someone is obsessed with creating the fakes, well, maybe that could inspire a new song.
Interesting.
Some new Katy Perry music. That'd be nice.
Someone's got a lot of time on their hands making fake photos of people at the Met Gala. Did you see them?
I saw one of them. I saw one of the Katy Perry ones.
I'm gonna have to look them up.
And it does look like very realistic, but.
The song would be like, I used AI and I liked it.
There we go.
Right?
Perfect. I love that.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I liked it.
So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we're going to tell you about a much anticipated stretch of roadway that is expected to open soon.
And Walla Walla's U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is warning voters to stay clear of restricted areas. We have all the details coming up in your next half hour.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on drinks whenever you hit the afternoon slump.
We've got your pick-me-up covered because medium drinks are now $2.29. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi there, I'm Stacy Lee, and it's time again for the Great American Flag Swap. Bring your worn or tattered U.S. flag to Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking in Kennewick, May 20th, and swap it for a brand new Made in the USA American flag as we celebrate America.
At Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking, we take pride in honoring the American flag. As Memorial Day approaches, we remember those who have served for our country. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Join us this Memorial Day in honoring those who serve.
At Prosser Memorial Health, we believe in providing expert care close to home. That's why we're proud to offer urology services with Dr. Joshua Spinlove, a board-certified urologist at Prosser Urology Center. From prostate health to kidney stone treatment, Dr. Spinlove brings over a decade of experience and advanced personalized care to serve patients throughout the region. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Spinlove, call the Prosser Urology Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
My family's been serving the Tri-Cities for 86 years at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores. And we have some deals we don't want you to miss. Black Flag Insect Killers, your choice, 2 for $10. Tomato and pepper plants are a steal at $4.99. Miracle Grow Organic Potting Mix, 36% off at 2 for $14. Stock up on HTH Pool Shock, 59% off at only $3.49. See all the deals using this QR code. Come see us at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores, and thank you for your business.
You don't need to drop a ton of cash to make your home look like $1 million. You just need to hit up the Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Shop top brands like La-Z-Boy, FlexSteel, Workholder Amish, and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbuster deals before they're gone, and with 60 months no interest, it's easy to refresh any or every room in your home. Amazing selection, quality designs, stylish looks. The Memorial Day Super Sale on now at Furniture Row.
It's employee pricing with the Ford crew.
Employee pricing across a full lineup.
Fun fact, Hank, Ford assembles the most vehicles in the country.
Another fun fact, everyone pays what we pay.
So, you get employee pricing. You get employee pricing. You get employee pricing.
Sam.
Yeah?
Everyone gets employee pricing.
You get employee pricing.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
Get the morning going when you buy one breakfast sandwich and get another one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
And we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to get right to it.
Good, exactly what I wanted. All right, our 3-degree guarantee is sponsored by our friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. Yesterday, I went with the forecast high of 78 in Pasco Tri-Cities and verified at 79. So cha-ching, the jackpot went up to $450. So here are the stakes for today. I'm going with a much toastier forecast of 85 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 82 to 88, the jackpot's going to go up to $475. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You could scan the QR code. That was just on your screen. Okay, now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. It's already a beautiful morning out there, but more clouds up in the sky, and that is an indicator of the active weather that's on our way, especially for tonight in the form of showers, thunderstorms, and some very strong wind gusts. Right now, temperatures in the 30s and 40s for lower elevations. Looks like the same thing for the higher terrain. Maybe it could be a little bit frosty towards Cabbage Hill or Meacham, but the rest of us, it's just a little bit too warm for that. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. You see clouds picking up throughout the day, but in spite of that, warmer high temperatures compared to yesterday, as we'll be about 10 degrees warmer than normal for a normal May 7th. And then some shower chances, very low-end shower chances for the Tri-Cities starting around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So for today, again, above average highs. That means 70s and 80s for lower elevations. Can't rule out a late afternoon shower in the Kittitas Valley. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. We do begin this half hour of news in Richland, where a long-anticipated stretch of Queensgate Drive is almost finished.
People are going to be excited about this, so it could be open as early as today, and the new connection between Keene and Shockley roads is part of a developer-led project which has been closely followed by the community. And once open, the road will help traffic flow, reduce congestion in surrounding areas, and also improve overall connectivity in the growing South Richland area.
Project also aims to improve livability and access across the city.
Taking a look at education now, Wapato Public Schools is making it easier for families to get ready for next school year by taking student registration on the road. Now on Tuesday, May 13th, families can stop by a district school bus parked at the International Market. That's at 512 West 1st Street in Wapato. And this is to register children for preschool, transitional kindergarten, or kindergarten. And the mobile registration event runs from 3 to 7 p.m. Make sure you bring proof of residence, your child's birth certificate or age verification, and also their current immunization records. And in Oregon, Good Shepherd Healthcare System just announced they've acquired 61 acres of land in downtown Boardman. The Main Street property will be the future location of a new healthcare facility that'll serve Boardman and Morrow counties. Good Shepherd CEO Art Matheson says the development will help meet the needs of their growing community, and it'll allow them to expand services and also provide exceptional care close to home.
6:33, news out of Walla Walla this morning, where the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is reminding boaters to exercise caution near navigation locks. This is coming following several recent incidents involving recreational boats operating near the district locks. Now, officials say approaches to navigation locks are designated restricted areas, and it's because of the strong currents, limited maneuverability, and the potential for serious or even deadly boat-to-boat collisions. They say no vessels should loiter in the locks, their approaches, or near guide walls. These are limited areas to vessels locking through to ensure safe navigation traffic and safe lock operations. Violators could face fines and criminal penalties from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the U.S. Coast Guard.
Big changes are coming to a place that's provided peace and comfort for decades. Tri-Cities Chaplaincy has announced a major renovation of their hospice house in Kennewick, and it's an upgrade totaling $3.5 million. Now, this is set to be the first major renovation to the region's only inpatient hospice care facility since it opened back in 1996. Now, plans include an expanded front entryway, a larger nurse station, updated family spaces, and even a new fireside room to reflect and honor loved ones.
We have an endowment wall that many people have donated to this beautiful wall with names engraved on plaques and quotes and whatnot. And it's in a hallway, and we have a lot of donors that like to come back and visit their loved one's name on the wall. And right now they're just standing in a hallway, so we'd like to make that a more meaningful place.
Construction is expected to take 4 to 6 months, and during that time, hospice care will continue at home and also in partner facilities. The project is being supported by state grants and a pending land sale, but additional community support is still needed.
A new Washington law requiring clergy to report child abuse, even if it's learned in confession, is now facing federal scrutiny. Just days after Governor Bob Ferguson signed the bill, U.S. Justice Department launched a civil rights investigation saying it may violate First Amendment protections. The law makes all religious leaders mandatory reporters, raising questions about the balance between child protection and religious freedom. 6:35, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have royalty in today's Operation Best Friend, and she is looking for her fairy tale ending, maybe even a Prince Charming to rescue her. We'll introduce you to her, and Josh will be back with another look at your First Alert forecast after the break.
Hello there, watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville Hot Sweet Heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $5.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Right now, save big at Meredith Furniture. Buy one recliner and get the second one free. With recliners on sale as low as $5.99 and the second one free. Choose from many different styles and colors. Come into the store for more details. Prices like this won't last forever. Relax in comfort with not just one, but 2 recliners. That's right. You don't want to miss this buy one, get one free event at Meredith Furniture while supplies last. Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is bringing you an electrifying night with the iconic Grammy-nominated rock band Queensryche on Sunday, May 25th. Feel the energy and experience chart-topping hits like Jet City Woman and Silent Lucidity. Now's your chance to witness the unmistakable sound of one of rock's most celebrated bands, who've sold over 30 million albums worldwide. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app. Plus, every ticket is good for $5 free play. Queensryche at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
It's the mother of all giveaways, where one lucky viewer wins this awesome Mother's Day collection. Check it out. Enter to win each day on the contest page at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. From Jewelry Design Center, The Flower Bar, Curve Appeal, Fiction, and AppleValleyNewsNow.com. It's the mother of all giveaways, where one lucky viewer wins this awesome Mother's Day collection. Check it out. Enter to win each day on the contest page at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. From Jewelry Design Center, The Flower Bar, Curve Appeal, Fiction, and AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Some people think going country is cheesy. I agree. Like deliciously cheesy. Yep, your favorite mozzarella sticks are back, now with that Nashville Hot Sweet Heat, starting at $3.50. Get so much more under $4.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Wendy Redman is a leader in broadcasting news. She breaks big stories, produces special reports that make a difference, and brings the news home each evening.
It's sometimes dramatic, but always informative.
Wendy Redman, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next, E.T.
Hey, E.T., this is Reba.
Our exclusive with the 18-time ACM host, plus only E.T.'s on set for the Big Bang Theory reunion on Night Court.
I have to say, it feels like home.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today's going to be a cloudier day, but in spite of that, it's going to be a warmer day. We'll be in the low 60s up in the Cascades, upper 70s in the Kittitas Valley, and mid 80s down towards Vantage. Winds gusting out of the north and west up around 40 miles per hour. In the Yakima Valley, these winds out of the south and west peak gust around 35 miles per hour, should be dry, partly cloudy skies, highs in the low to mid 80s. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, also in the low to mid 80s, these gusts also out of the south and west, peaking around 30 miles per hour. And then for the Blue Foothills, we'll be in the 70s and 80s. Mostly sunny skies towards Walla Walla, Milton, Freewater, Adena. We'll have a few more clouds down towards Lexington and Heppner. And these gusts in general out of the north and west peaking around 35 miles per hour. Now let's talk about the big picture, the reservoir deficits and surpluses we're tracking for this time of the year. We start off in the Yakima Basin as we're seeing a surplus for bumping, but deficits for Keechelis, Cle Elum, Catchis, and Rimrock. And those are all the largest reservoirs that make up that basin system. And then in the Umatilla Basin, sort of a mixed bag here. Cold Springs, big deficit. McKay, a very subtle surplus. So really a mixed bag across both basins.
Well, mirror, mirror on the wall, show us the sweetest pup of them all.
In today's Operation Best Friend, we're meeting Snow White.
She's a gentle, loving pup looking for her happily ever after. Take a look.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Houses, Christine Connolly Realtor, and by Manthite Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Hi, my name is Hannah and I'm from the Benton Franklin Humane Society, and today with me I have brought Snow White. Snow White is a 1-year-old shepherd mix and she has been with us at the shelter for about 40 days. She originally came to us because she was found in an abandoned house located in Toppenish, Washington, where her and her puppies were living outside and she was tied up using an extension cord. She was able to survive because some Good Samaritans were feeding her and throwing some food on the ground for her and her puppies until they were able to find her a safer space for her. Since coming to the shelter, you can tell that she has really grown into her confidence and just not being so afraid of the world. Despite everything in her hard beginning, she has remained resilient and as sweet as can be. When she first came to the shelter, she was a little shy and standoffish and not quite sure of the shelter setting. But since then, kennel staff has been sitting with her and socializing her, and that's how she really enjoys her pastime at the shelter, is sitting with the kennel staff members and going outside. I think she would be great in a home that is patient with her and understanding that she had a little bit of a hard beginning, but she will blossom into the best dog. She is so sweet and calm demeanored, and she does well on the leash, and she is taking up potty training really well. We've taught her how to sit, and she's working on all of her manners. So I think she would do really good in a home that is just a little patient and understanding of her shyness. So at the end of the month, we will be having our annual Wags and Whiskers, which will be located at the Zintail Creek Golf Course. If you're interested in learning some more information, you can purchase those tickets on our website. And if you're interested in meeting Snow White and hearing all about her story, you can send us an email or you can visit our shelter. We are open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 through 4.
Such a pretty princess.
So sweet.
Poised.
I know, needs her Prince Charming. So I read that they named her Snow White because of her 7 puppies.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
her little 7 dwarfs.
So cute. I love that.
I know. Someone needs to get her. Okay. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning, and giving you that live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He's going to be back with your full First Alert forecast after the break. It's 6:43.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
This year, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale where you can save store-wide up to 70% off clearance items, and new markdowns are arriving daily as we clean out the warehouses with big savings on closeouts, ding and dents, and floor model furniture at garage sale prices. Plus, special financing is available, so you can save big now and pay over time. But hurry up, this is your last chance for final markdowns.
This week at Walker's.
When it comes to legal matters,
you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
It's employee pricing with the Ford crew.
Employee pricing across a full lineup.
Fun fact, Hank, Ford assembles the most vehicles in the country.
Another fun fact, everyone pays what we pay.
So, you get employee pricing. You get employee pricing. You get employee pricing.
Sam.
Yeah?
Everyone gets employee pricing.
You get employee pricing.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The clouds are going to build for today, but the warmth is also going to build. Most of us will be dry, but we could have a few showers in the Kittitas Valley and up in the Cascades as we head into the late afternoon. High temperatures, like I mentioned, warmer for today will be about 10 degrees warmer than a normal May 7th. So that means 70s and 80s for lower elevations, 50s and 60s up in the Cascades, 60s and 70s up in the Blues. It will be breezy for today, but the winds are really going to ramp up after 5 p.m. So I'll talk about that time frame coming up here in a second. And then for tonight, this is when shower and thunderstorm chances become a lot more widespread. They're going to be likely up in the Cascades, about 10 to 20% chances in the valleys and basin, and about 30 to 40% chances in the foothills and the Blues. We'll show you futurecast here in just a second. Overnight lows down into the 30s and 40s for lower elevations, 20s and 30s up in the Cascades, 30s and 40s up in the Blues. Now here's that main time frame for the strongest wind gusts after 5 p.m. through 2 in the morning for the wee hours of tomorrow morning, mostly out of the north and west, could be out of the south and west for some microclimates, but peaking around 45 to 50 miles per hour for places like Salish Pass and in the Kittitas Valley. Now here's Futurecast radar showing you some of those shower and thunderstorm chances mainly after 5 p.m. I think it's really underselling the shower and thunderstorm potential in the Cascades. I think maybe it's overselling the potential a bit in the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains, especially from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. We'll certainly watch that time frame and these microclimates very closely during that time frame, but as we head into the overnight hours, should dry out. We'll continue to keep it dry for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And there's another stretch of some very unsettled weather from Sunday through Tuesday. We're talking shower chances, thunderstorm chances. It looks like Monday is probably going to be the most active day. That's going to coincide with temperatures going way down to start off next week. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly dry with up and down highs through Saturday, then better shower chances as we trend cooler for Sunday through Tuesday. In Yakima, keeping the forecast mostly dry through Saturday, but small shower chances return for Sunday and Monday. Then in Ellensburg, a small chance of a shower during the late afternoon. Winds become strong this evening, and more strong winds could be on tap to start next week. For Hermiston, mostly dry and staying fairly warm through Saturday, but cooler and wetter for Sunday and beyond. Finally, for Walla Walla, showers and thunderstorms possible tonight, but dry again for Thursday through Saturday. Unsettled and cooler weather looms to start next week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, caught on camera rescue. Dramatic video showing the moment 3 fishermen were rescued after their boat capsized off the coast of Massachusetts. Watch as the men grab onto the approaching boat and quickly jump inside. And this morning on GMA, one of those good Samaritans who brought the men to safety is speaking out.
Everything happened so fast when we seen them. We just sprung to action. We're like, oh, they need help. And we zoomed over there. I was like, how do you feel? You thought you were gonna die? They were like, definitely. We thought we were gonna die out here. It was just an overwhelming experience.
They had been in the water for a period of time, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. So they were cold, they were wet, and I'm sure they were very relieved to get rescued.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of this dramatic rescue. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Head & Shoulders is launching something huge. The bare minimum. Anti-dandruff shampoo made with only 9 ingredients, no sulfate, silicones, or dyes, and packaged with 45% less plastic, giving you outstanding dandruff protection and leaving hair beautiful and moisturized. Major dandruff protection, minimal ingredients. Job done. Head & Shoulders Bare.
I didn't think someone like me was at risk of shingles.
The rash couldn't possibly be that painful.
And it wouldn't disrupt my life for weeks.
I was wrong. I didn't know that 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles, and it could reactivate at any time.
I learned that the hard way.
But you don't have to. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is now 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off with your national headlines. After years of delays, the Real ID Act is officially upon us. As of today, certain driver's licenses and other ID cards will no longer meet federal standards. If you don't have a Real ID or another accepted form of the identification, like a passport, you could face delays at airport security. You can also expect additional screening and the possibility of not being allowed beyond the security checkpoint if your identity cannot be verified there.
6:51 in your business headlines. TikTok told advertisers it is absolutely confident in its platform and its future. Those comments came on Tuesday at a sales presentation to marketers. TikTok advertisers have plenty to be concerned about with the platform legally required to find a buyer. However, President Trump has said that he has a warm spot in his heart for TikTok. He also plans to extend the deadline for it to find a buyer if he has to, adding it will be very strongly protected.
In your health headlines, a new poll finds that less than half of Americans don't have much confidence in federal health agencies to carry out key responsibilities. And this is things like ensuring the safety and effectiveness of prescription drugs or vaccines, responding to outbreaks of infectious disease, or acting independently of outside interests. Nearly 60% of Americans said they have at least a fair amount of trust in the CDC or the FDA to offer reliable information about vaccines. But respondents are divided along party lines when it comes to the safety of COVID-19 vaccines and mRNA vaccine technology. Also, respondents said their most trusted source of reliable vaccine information is healthcare providers.
6:53 in your sports headlines this morning. Seattle Mariners facing off once again with the Oakland A's. This time it was better, though, than Monday night's game. Mariners took strong lead, continued the momentum, winning 5-3 against the Oakland A's, and they are set to go head-to-head once again tonight. And here are the top 5 local things you need to know as you head out the door this morning. A much-awaited connection of Queensgate Drive is almost done and could open as early as today. The new connection between Keene and Shockley Road will enhance traffic flow, reduce congestion, and improve overall connectivity in the South Richland area. The project aligns with the broader transportation goals.
The city of Pasco is cracking down on unlicensed street vendors. Officials say when it comes to selling merchandise, vendors must comply with city code and have a license to sell. But for produce, they don't need a license. Enforcement is set to be discussed at the May 19th City Council meeting.
And in Walla Walla, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is urging caution near navigation locks after some recent close calls. Officials say approaches to the navigation locks are restricted and boaters are reminded to avoid these areas. Violators could face fines and criminal penalties from the Army Corps of Engineers and the U.S. Coast Guard.
Pasco police are warning the public about kids riding mini bikes illegally in public areas. They're not street legal and must stay on private property. And police have already reported several close calls involving kids as young as 12.
Tri-Cities Chaplaincy has announced a major renovation of Hospice House in Kennewick, an upgrade totaling $3.5 million. It's set to be the first major renovation to the region's only inpatient hospice facility since it opened in 1996. Plans include an expanded front entry, a larger nurse station, updated family spaces, and even a new fireside room to reflect and honor loved ones.
Trending this morning, it's National Tourism Day, and we're taking a moment to appreciate the places that put our towns, cities, and states on the map.
Yeah, from iconic landmarks to hidden gems, tourism plays a big role in our local economy and community pride.
So whether you're planning your next getaway or just exploring your own backyard, today's the perfect time to celebrate the spirit of adventure.
Yeah, Congress first initiated the day in 1983 to raise awareness about the important role tourism plays and to thank everyone who works in the tourism industry.
The United States is one of the most popular countries for tourists worldwide. Celebrate Tourism Day by visiting a local landmark or museum or by planning your next trip.
What's your favorite place in the area or in Washington State?
I think
you first, because you're from out of town.
Yeah. Every time I'm in the Cascades, I get this like euphoric feeling. It's just so magical, and I want to get back up that way soon.
We could bottle that. Oh, we'd be so rich. But yeah, all the national parks, I would say.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, you know, I'm a Tri-Cities native, and so just the surrounding area here.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
beautiful here.
We have the great, wines of Red Mountain. We have the Columbia River, which I grew up on, and so I think we have a lot to offer.
I just need a glass of wine on a mountain, and I'll be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Glass of wine on a mountain.
Good
Cheers
vibes.
to
Good
that.
weather.
Yes, with good weather.
And we have that.
So today's the day?
Yeah, it gets
Wine
a
on
little
mountain?
complicated moving forward. Tonight is going to be active, and then looks like we have some more active weather next week. For right now, 30s and 40s for lower elevations. We're in the 30s and 40s also up in the mountains. Later today, 70s and 80s for lower elevations, despite we're actually going to have more clouds in the sky as opposed to yesterday. Then, of course, for tonight, we're going to have that chance of showers and thunderstorms, also very strong winds in the Kittitas Valley, drying out and warming up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Jade, Jessica, those are going to be your days. And then shower and thunderstorm chances go up, temperatures go down for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So maybe those wouldn't be your days as much. For tonight, specifically after 5 p.m., some of those peak wind gusts could be up around 45 to 50 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. Also for US 97 at Salinas Pass, something to be mindful of for this evening and overnight for the wee hours of the morning on Thursday.
All right, good to know.
Who needs, a good weather day to have wine on a mountain,
I'll
Any
take
day.
I'll take a bad weather day.
Choose your own adventure.
Exactly. Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next. We'll, of course, be back tonight with your local news and weather at 5.
Have a great day.